YouTube, Luminousz Star here. Welcome to my channel, Luminousz Star. At the end of the video, please hit the like and or subscription button and leave me comments and questions. Questions, please send them to my email address, which is featured in the About section of my channel. Okay guys, today's video is about how narcissists are never satisfied, right? They don't remember your expressions of love. They don't remember that. Right? It's pretty sad, but seems to be true. So that's what today's video is about. How narcissists, no matter how much you may seem to love them and care about them, they won't remember it. Okay? Okay, here we go. Point number 1. Narcissists, they see expressions of love as external. It's an external thing, right? Any internal expression of love, like support, you may support them, you may be there for them when they need a shoulder to cry on or whatever, you may be their cheerleader when they're working on a project and they're trying to seek recognition for that project, you know, whatever it may be. You may be a cheerleader, you may be a supporter, you may be there for them as a spouse or best friend or a sibling who loves them, whatever the case is. See, that all those things are internal, right? They come from the inside. Narcissists don't value that. They don't see any value in the internal. External is how they see expressions of love. Expressions of love to a narcissist is external. So if you spend a lot of money on them, if you buy them a new house, if you buy them a new car, you know, external expressions, or if you are literally, every word that come out your mouth is flattering them, complimenting them on how they dress, how they look. See, narcissists, they only value the external. So that's the first point. Okay? That's the first example and the first point. Okay? Tool number 2. I'm sorry, not tool. Point. Point number 2. I'm so used to giving you guys points, examples, and tools. Okay. All right. So that was number 1. Moving on to number 2. Point number 2. Narcissists are like starving children who don't recall being fed. Yeah. You can feed them, you know, figuratively speaking, you're there, you love them, you care for them. You're really there for the narcissist. And they're never satisfied. They are like, narcissists are like starving children. You could feed them like pounds of food, but they're not going to remember it. They'll gobble it up and they're like, well, where's the rest? And you're looking at them like, are you kidding me? I just fed you. I just fed you so much food and I'm over here starving. But they don't care that you're starving. They're just looking at you like, okay, where's the rest? So they don't really recall. They don't recall all the wonderful things that you do in a relationship. So figuratively, to sum all that up, they're like starving children who don't remember being fed. That's the way it is. It's like narcissists, you can do so many great things for them, but they're not going to recall that. Now, they will recall some of your embarrassing moments. They will recall some of your downfalls, some of your pitfalls, some of your flaws, because, see, narcissists, they are fault-finding as well. They love to fault-find. So they won't remember all the good that you have contributed to the relationship. They don't care about that, because, again, going back to point number 1, they value external, not internal. So all the wonderful things that you do in the relationship, right, that most people would value in the world, but narcissists are not wired that way. That's not the programming that's going on in their heads. So they don't value those things. So you can be right there, you know, maybe you have helped them to prevent prison time, you know, all kinds of things you can think of, right? You have been there for them. Narcissists don't value that. Hate to break the bad news to you, but they don't remember that. They don't value it. They don't recall those times when you bailed their asses out of jail, so to speak, when you prevented them from really getting into some real deep hot water. You helped them. Narcissists don't care about that. They don't even remember it. Okay? So hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, I had to figure that out. And yes, that is so true. They will not remember. And even if you think about the times that you've been in toxic relationships with these types of individuals, I'm pretty certain you can think of at least 1 or 2 times that you have really been there for the narcissist and they showed no gratitude. You know why? Because they don't appreciate what you do. They have a strong sense of entitlement about what you do, but they don't appreciate it. For example, you can forgive the narcissist for all the things that they have done to you. You can forgive them. The narcissist looks at that as, well, I'm a great person. I'm God. Of course I deserve you to forgive me for all the shit I've done to you. Of course I deserve that. I'm me. I'm God. Of course you're supposed to forgive me. See, this is what goes on in the mind of the narcissist. This is what my point is. They feel a strong sense of entitlement of your forgiving them, but they don't appreciate you forgiving them. Huge difference. So bottom line is, you can forgive the narcissist, but don't expect them to appreciate you for it. This has to be this is a very personal thing. If you choose to forgive, make sure it is because that's what's really in your heart. Don't do it to try to get the narcissist to see your side or to embrace you. It's not going to happen. Point number 3. Narcissists, because they have a strong sense of entitlement, right? They're not going to even think about making peace with you. They have a strong sense of entitlement. All the things that you have done in the relationship, they feel like that they deserved it, right? So, because they have a strong sense of entitlement, they're not going to think about coming to peace with you. What do I mean by that? Let me go ahead and summarize that. I'm going to give you an example. Say that you have come to grips with the things that have happened in a relationship that has caused you trauma, that has caused you pain, hurt, and you have really gone through a lot of things because the narcissist has been doing things that has caused you pain and grievances, right? Say you've cleared all that up. You know about this, right? You may reach out to try to make peace with the narcissist. They're not going to meet you halfway. They're going to look at you like you have 3 heads. Why? Because they have a strong sense of entitlement. All the things that you have done in that relationship, they feel like they deserved it. All the money, all the lovemaking, all the sex, all the material things, all the things that you have put into that relationship, the narcissist thinks that they deserve that. And they think that you should be grateful that they even had any interest in you at all. So if you're here today to come to peace with them, they're looking at you like, why are you coming to peace with me? I haven't done nothing wrong to you. I haven't done anything wrong. So if anything, that will cause you more pain because you are expecting to make peace with them, right? Not necessarily so you can be back with them, but because you want the validation. You want them to at least acknowledge that they have caused you some grievances because of their BS in the relationship. Not going to happen. They have a strong sense of entitlement. So that is my 3rd and final point, and that is my example. And here's the tool. If you can help it, do not seek out the narcissist to make peace with them. You don't have to. Because the bottom line is, you don't need them for the closure. You may desire them for the closure, but you don't need them. You don't need them for that. So that is my final tool. Just don't even go there. If you have to, journal. Matter of fact, write a book about your experiences. You know, this is another way that you can deal with the trauma and the grievances that you've gone through due to that toxic relationship with the narcissist. Don't seek them out to make peace with them because they're not going to be interested. Don't harm yourself like that. And don't set yourself up so they can harm you because they will. the narcissist will be more than happy to oblige. So when you come and you go and you reach out to them to make peace, you're going to be terribly disappointed. I've made this mistake, guys. Yeah, it hurts because you find out that that narcissists don't think they did anything wrong. They have a strong sense of entitlement. So that means any harm they've done to you, they're not going to see it that way. They're not going to see it. So don't even think about making peace with them, because as far as like the narcissist is concerned, you deserve what you got in the relationship. Tough pill to swallow, but you got to face reality. Anything the narcissist does in a relationship, again, they have a strong sense of entitlement. So when they mistreat you and they abuse you and they're, you're being damaged, you're being harmed, you're being injured because you're being abused, narcissist thinks you deserve it because you are the supply. You're supposed to worship them. You're supposed to bow down to them. That includes being hurt by them. They think that that is what you deserve. They think that they are entitled to treat you any freaking way they want to. So that is my third and final tool, final example, and my final point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please come back and see me. There's more to come. All right, till next time, take care of yourself.